Elara didn't mind the silence of the old Victorian she'd inherited. It was the noise that bothered her. Not floorboard creaks or settling pipes, but a dry, rhythmic scratching that sounded like 1,000 dead leaves skittering behind the wallpaper. On the third night, she found the first leak. In the corner of the guest bedroom, the floral wallpaper had bubbled. When she pressed it, it didn't feel like damp plaster, it felt like hollowed-out bone. She took a utility knife and scored the paper. Instead of dust or insulation, a thick, gray silt spilled out. It looked like the ash of 1,000,000 burnt photographs. As the days passed, the static moved. The radio began picking up frequencies that shouldn't exist, low, guttural humming that synced with her own heartbeat. The mirrors didn't show her reflection. They showed her back, as if she were always walking away from herself. The scratching was now a frantic digging. Driven by a sleep-deprived mania, Elara grabbed a hammer and tore into the drywall of the master suite. Behind the lath and plaster, there was no foundation. There was only a void filled with hair. Miles of it, coarse, black, and twitching. It wasn't just stuffed in the walls, it was growing from the studs. And as she watched, paralyzed, the hair began to weave itself together, forming the shape of a hand and a face that looked exactly like the woman in the portrait downstairs. The one Elara had been told was her great-grandmother. The static wasn't a sound. It was the sound of the house knitting a new occupant. The scratching has stopped, but the walls are now warm to the touch.